Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, your host with the most, Ghost. And today we got a big announcement regarding SmackDown Live, the October 4th show, the debut of SmackDown on Fox. It's official. Brock Lesnar, Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. This is going to happen, guys, on their new home on Fox. We got a special championship match. Now, I know a lot of people have already been speculating this and whatnot. Lesnar's going to come in and take the title off of Kofi, and I'm guessing that is the plan. Look, Kofi's had a good run as WWE champion. We're going on 6 months, 6-month championship reign. If he drops it to Lesnar, I don't think he'll get it back, and hopefully Lesnar appears more on SmackDown. Because look, we already know Lesnar's schedule. It's not a week-to-week basis we see him on TV. It's not even a month-to-month basis. It's 5 to 6 times a year. Maybe more if it's WrestleMania season, but maybe this new deal with Fox will kind of light up Vince McMahon and WWE and kind of push a few dollars into Lesnar's bank, and he'll appear more often. This will be Lesnar's first match on SmackDown in 15 years, over 15 years. I'm not sure exactly his last match. Maybe I'll look into that. So I'm not exactly sure when Lesnar's last match on SmackDown was. If someone knows, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on Lesnar returning and most likely winning the title on October 4th. Here's my problem with this. Everyone online, everyone in the wrestling community complains about Lesnar being a part-timer. All of a sudden, Lesnar's winning the title, and they're fine with it. I'm not exactly fine with it, but I don't really have a problem with it, but I have a problem with everyone else being fine with it when, it's been nothing but complaints over Lesnar's previous title reigns. Oh, he's an absent champion, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden they're going to be happy again to have another absent champion on SmackDown. So that's my one complaint about this. If Lesnar appears on a regular basis, I'll be happy with it. If he's going to be in the same routine, I'm not going to be happy about it. I am going to predict Lesnar wins the title on October 4th, and then they're going to do another Raw versus SmackDown championship match at Survivor Series. Probably Lesnar versus Rollins at Survivor Series for the third or fourth time. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll break the rules a bit, or break tradition over the past couple of years and do a SmackDown match. I guess it is going to be the end of the wild card rule, thankfully, because this past few months has just been garbage in terms of TV, in terms of storylines and WWE logic. What originally was supposed to be, I think, a maximum of 3 or 4 guys appearing from the opposite brand were allowed to be on either Raw at a time or SmackDown at a time, just completely went out the window. And at times, Roman Reigns, who was a SmackDown guy, appeared more on Raw than he did his own SmackDown brand. So, happy to see the wild card rule goodbye. I'm happy to see Lesnar appearing on SmackDown. And let's see. Maybe, Lesnar versus Orton again. I could see them doing that. Lesnar versus Roman. I'm sure we'll get that. There's not many, top guys on the SmackDown brand as of right now. I feel like the SmackDown brand is a little diluted. Hopefully things can turn around on the WWE Draft, which I'm also looking forward to. So, I've heard they want to go full ahead with this WWE Draft, this brand split. They're going to stick to it. And how many times have we heard that before? Hopefully this is it. Hopefully they stick to it, because I enjoy it. I enjoy the draft. I enjoy the brand split for the amount of effort they put into it before. 2002, 3, 4, 5, those were good years for the brand split. And when you stick to it, when you do have eventual, one-offs or cross-brand promotional matches, they mean something. It's not like, okay, it's Survivor Series, it's Royal Rumble, it's WrestleMania, it's month after month. Cross-branding is not the way to go about it. So I'm looking forward to the draft. Hopefully it's a real draft this time, or some sort of lottery type deal, because those are really fun, where they go back and forth throughout the night picking names, and it turns out to be a really good show, for me anyway. I look back to the 2004 draft lottery where Eric Bischoff pulled out Paul Heyman's name and then he quit. You had Triple H getting drafted to SmackDown at one point, and then the following week, or I even think the next night, they had a trade deadline where after Paul Heyman quit, that's where Kurt Angle inherited the general managership, and Kurt Angle got rid of Triple H back to Raw. I'm pretty sure it was Kurt Angle, right? And he got the Dudley Boys, RVD, for Triple H. Or maybe that was Eric Bischoff that did that the following week, where he said he would get rid of any number of you to get back Triple H. So it's cool how they can incorporate, so many different storylines into the brand split. It's something I looked forward to, when they didn't do, a cheapo superstar shuffle, shake-up, whatever they call it, and just kind of really sink their teeth into these things and promote it as a real sporting event, as a real deal draft, and say, hey, these guys are going here, these guys are going here. Let's kind of, treat this thing and do it proud as a legit draft. So let me know your thoughts. I might end up doing who I think should go to Raw or SmackDown. So we have, I believe it's October 11th and October 14th. So the first draft will be SmackDown, that October 11th SmackDown, and then the 14th episode of Raw. So it's kind of weird they're doing it that way. Maybe there's a pay-per-view that 13th. But if champions do get drafted, it's interesting to see how these things play out over the following week, because we've seen this before. Remember when, in the 2008 draft, WWE Champion Triple H was drafted to SmackDown, while Edge was still the World Heavyweight Champion. That's when they had Night of Champions in 2008. And then Edge and Triple H both retained their titles. And Edge appeared on Raw the next night saying, hey, you guys are without a champion now. And then CM Punk cashes in Money in the Bank with the help of Batista. So it's cool how they can kind of always incorporate different storylines into the draft and make the title matches mean a little bit more. Like, hey, if this guy doesn't win, we're without a champion. So let me know your thoughts on the draft, on Lesnar's return to SmackDown. So let me know your thoughts, guys. As always, we'll talk to you later. Peace.